They are involved in Canada also. They are involved elsewhere in the other countries also. You must have heard it again and again, but just to understand that why they are doing this, what they are doing right now, is because they don't want the world to ask these questions. You yourself support terrorism. You yourself mastermind terrorism. You yourself execute transnational killings. And at the same time, without any evidence, you concoct stories. And then on the pretext of those false presumptions, you carry out military aggression against innocent citizens. They are also responsible for transnational killings.
Canadian security agencies have been actively pursuing credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
The allegations that a representative of a foreign government may have been involved in the killing of a Canadian citizen here in Canada on Canadian soil is not only troubling, but it is completely unacceptable.
This is something we take very seriously. A number of us have raised this directly with the Indian government.
If the BJP administration is actively plotting to kill political opponents in the US and Canada, just imagine what's happening in India itself.
I think very important point that is said by the Australian leadership over there. Just imagine what they are doing inside in India. Once this Pahalgam incident happened, immediately after that, the National Security Council of Pakistan sat down and issued a declaration. What did they say in that declaration? One part of it, it says that the Indian attempts to inject volatility in the environment along Pakistan's eastern border is aimed at distracting Pakistan's counter-terrorism efforts. Because one of the objectives of this incident is to provide space to the terrorists sponsored by India who are operating along in the western part of the country, whether it's Fitna al-Khawarij or the terrorist groups operating in Balochistan. Because the government of Pakistan, its armed forces, security agencies are on daily basis tightening the noose against this Indian sponsored terrorism. So one of the objectives is to distract and divert the security agencies, the armed forces from these counter-terrorist operations. We know it because we have credible intelligence that as this incident happened, in the same time frame, instructions were issued, passed to all the terrorist cells, all the terrorist organizations sponsored and abetted by India to amp their activities in Pakistan, to increase the terrorist acts in Pakistan. And on the night of 25th, 26th April, post Pahalgam, the largest tashkeel of the Fitna al-Khawarij in the history, it attempted to infiltrate across Afghanistan. More than 100. And 71 of them were killed. Because they came in a hurry, because they were being pushed by the Indian intelligence agencies to go across and do terrorist acts in Pakistan. You can see this engagement and the results of that over here. The largest tashkeel. Now this is again on 25th of April, post Pahalgam, a terrorist was nabbed in the town of Jhelum in Punjab, Pakistan, and from the material, from his forensic of his mobile, a lot of information came out that he was working on behalf of the military intelligence of India. A terrorist being directly funded, sponsored, trained, and doing terrorist activity inside Pakistan for Indian military intelligence. I'll just show you one or two audios in which he is talking with his Indian military intelligence officials, their officers who are telling him what to do. So he is talking to an Indian Major Sandeep.
बलूचिस्तान से लेके लाहौर तक मेरा जो नेट है बैठा हुआ है ना, तो मैं अगर पैसा आपको भेज रहा हूँ, इसलिए नहीं भेज रहा हूँ कि मेरा बंदा कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाए। आप कभी डायरेक्ट अपने अकाउंट में पैसा नहीं लेंगे, पहली चीज। ये आपके लिए भी क्या कहते हैं, मैं एक डायरेक्शन देती लेंगे 10,000 रुपए यहाँ के मैं आपको इसलिए भेज रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझको पता है कि कितने अमाउंट को डालने से ISI या आपके यहाँ की एजेंसी या आपकी साइबर विंग हो गई, ठीक है ना, या आपका पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट हो गया या एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट हो गई आपकी, वो उस चीज को मद्देनजर नहीं लेगी।
समझ गया।
ठीक है ना। जब आप बड़ा ऑपरेशन करेंगे, और मैं लाखों की बात कर रहा हूँ, जब आपको 3-4 लाख रुपए भेजे जाएंगे यहाँ से, तो आप लड़कों में क्या होता है, एक ऑपरेशन करने के बाद वो पागल हो जाते हैं। मैं आप इस तरफ की बात कर रहा हूँ। उनको लगता है जी सामने वाला बंदा पैसा देने के मूड में नहीं है। जी नहीं, सामने वाला बंदा पैसा देगा, बट आपको वो टुकड़े टुकड़े में करके देगा। मेरे लिए बहुत आसान है, मैं भी कमीशन देता हूँ किसी बंदे को देने के लिए, जो वहां पे बैठा हुआ है, जो अपनी रिस्क पे लिए आपको भेज रहा है पैसा, उसको भी तो मैं दूंगा ना भाई, मेरा क्लाइंट तो है नहीं वो, या घर वाला तो मेरा है नहीं, वो भी मेरा दोस्त ही है। मेरा ताना तो मैं दूंगा ही दूंगा ना भाई, उसकी भी तो लेबर लग रही है। फिर मेरे को सेफ रखना है तो मेरे लिए आसानी है कि मैं एक बारी में दे दूं, मेरा काम, मेरे पैसे बच जाएंगे। बट मैं आप लोगों की सेफ्टी को मद्देनजर रखते हुए उसको 2-3-4 हिस्सों में बांट करके आपको देता हूँ, अकाउंट में नहीं, अलग अलग अकाउंट के अंदर। हम फ्यूचर में भी जब आप ऑपरेशन देंगे तो मैं आपको पैसे दूंगा। तो इस तरीके से जब चलेंगे आप पेशेंटली, तो हम लंबा चलेंगे। देखिए, मैं 1-2 दिन के लिए नहीं हूँ यहाँ पे, मैं आने वाले काफी सालों के लिए यहाँ पे हूँ। देखिए, ऑपरेशन के साथ आपका मेरा साथ और काम खत्म हो जाएगा। काम ऐसा करें कि आप भी बोले कि हाँ, अभी किसी बंदे।
So what is he telling them? He's telling them, I am running, that we, the military intelligence of India, are running a terror network, not here, we are running it from Lahore to Balochistan, all over Pakistan. He is telling him that we are here since years and we are going to be here for years. That's not that I am doing it for one off. You are just one of my many that I am recruiting and I am going to pay. And what's he telling him? He is telling him the intricacies of terror financing. He is a serving major of Indian Army. So who is doing terrorism in Pakistan? This is just one Indian cell. And he is telling them that I can give you millions, I can give you lakhs. Just imagine how much they must be paying to Fitna al-Khawarij, how much they must be paying to the terrorist groups whom they are running in Balochistan. Not millions, billions. This is the reality. We are asking that just give some iota, some fraction of such sort of evidence for what you are telling that this Pahalgam, someone in that Pakistani state was involved in it. You don't have any evidence. The same way, you have no evidence that Pakistan is attacking for last 48 hours at multiple locations inside India. You just concoct stories. I think this time has come to ask the real questions, the better questions, that the Indian government needs to stop living in cinema and theatrics, and they need to come out of fiction. They need to stop creating fiction. This is reality. This is happening. There are there are cells that these people are putting bombs, planting bombs, killing innocent.
ਕੋਈ ਝੋਲਾ ਜਾਂ ਉਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦਾ ਲੈ ਲਿਓ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਊਟ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਿੱਥੇ 4-5-10 ਲੋਕ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਥੋੜਾ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਮੈਨੂੰ
मार्केट तो कोई भी हो सकती है ना उसे कपड़े वाली है जूती वाली है कोई भी है मोबाइल
हाँ जिथे मीनिंग खबर चंगी बन जाए चंगी पड़ी उस ਵੇਲੇ खबर आए कि इत्थे कुछ होया मीडिया ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ बिल्कुल बुरे तरीके ਨਾਲ फैल जाए
सही है सही
आसान है ना पहले नालों ते आसान
हाँ ये काम ते आसान है
So what is he saying? That plant this bomb in a market, target civilians at a place where it makes news. So they want to kill civilians, innocent people. They want to splash news that Pakistan is not safe. We have dozens of such evidence available with us. These horrific stories of how India is sponsoring terrorism inside Pakistan. And what's the net result is? Since January 2024, there have been 3,700 terrorist incidents in Pakistan. Pakistanis have suffered 3,896 casualties. There are 1,314 people who have lost lives, who are shaheed. There are more than 2,500 who have lost their limbs, who are injured, maimed for life. So is the blood of the Pakistanis cheaper? And is this justifiable? Is this all kosher? This is not terrorism? What is this? All being sponsored, abetted, done, controlled, planned by India. And you don't have any evidence for Pahalgam? You cook up a story, this mantra, you listen just, I think yesterday, there are jihadi organizations because Pakistan has been doing this, because Pakistan has been doing this, that because Pakistan has been doing this, just because that, where is the evidence for that? That Pakistan has history. Which history? Tell us about this incident. We have for each and every incident, we can tell you how the Indian hands were involved. Your leaders are on public display. They are saying that we are going to do terrorism inside Pakistan. We are going to destabilize Pakistan. And please understand this, that Pakistan is the last bulwark state standing against this terrorism. This creeping ideology, this perverted ideology that is coming from our West. If this country of 240 million plus people, if this terrorism, this perverted ideology takes roots over there, just feel the consequences of that for the world. Who is fighting against it on a daily basis? We, the people of Pakistan, the armed forces, the security forces. The figures tell themselves, 190 operations per day. Since January 24, more than 77,000 counter-terrorism operations have been done by the state of Pakistan. We are fighting it on a daily basis. And India is sponsoring and supporting these terrorists for its very myopic and short-term interest. If this bulwark state, which is fighting against this terrorism, not on only behalf of the people of Pakistan, but for the people of the world, if it gets distracted, which is one of the objectives of the India, what consequences it will have for the region and the world. Also keep this thing in mind. Now on the pretext of action against this Pahalgam incident, their perpetrators, rather than giving credible evidence, what they started an oppression campaign against the Muslims and the Kashmiris in particular.